We live in a world of facts, measurement, efficiency, logic. We cut, dissect, and categorize everything. But in doing so, have we lost something? What if the greatest divide of our time isn't political or cultural, but neurological? In The Master and His Emissary, psychiatrist and former Oxford literary scholar Iain McGilchrist presents a radical idea: that the story of Western civilization is the story of a war between the two halves of our brain, not metaphorically, literally. And that somewhere along the way, the emissary, the left hemisphere, took power and forgot who the master was. This book is deep, wide, challenging, but also beautiful. It's not just about how we think. It's about how we experience the world itself. Let's walk through the mind, the hemispheres, and the civilization that may have lost its way. Chapter 1. 2 hemispheres, 2 worlds. We start with the science. The brain has 2 hemispheres, left and right. They're not just mirrors of each other. They process reality itself in fundamentally different ways. The left hemisphere is focused, narrow, analytical. It likes tools, categories, and control. The right hemisphere is broad, open, relational. It sees context, understands metaphor, grasps living reality. McGilchrist emphasizes, this isn't about art vs. logic. It's about 2 modes of being. And crucially, they need each other. The right hemisphere is meant to be the master. It sees the big picture. It understands nuance. It gives meaning. The left is the emissary. It breaks things down, organizes, measures, then reports back. But what happens when the emissary forgets the master? Chapter 2. The rise of the left hemisphere. McGilchrist draws a sweeping map of history. Early cultures, oral, poetic, mythic, were right brain dominant. They valued relationship, ritual, and mystery. But slowly, with the rise of writing, analysis, abstraction, and systems, the left hemisphere gained ground. In the Greek Enlightenment, logos began to eclipse mythos. In the scientific revolution, objectivity took priority over wisdom. In the industrial age, quantity beat out quality. In the modern West, we measure what we should feel and calculate what we once knew. The world shifted from lived experience to abstraction, and the left brain, originally a servant, began to rule. Chapter 3. The nature of the left hemisphere. So what is the left hemisphere, really? It's detail-focused. It likes to name, define, and break things apart. It operates through reductionism, understanding the whole by analyzing the parts. It is great at language, logic, tools, manipulation, categorization. But it is also overconfident, blind to nuance, dismissive of ambiguity, hostile to contradiction. It sees a world of objects, not relationships, maps, not landscapes, symbols, not souls. And when it dominates, life becomes flattened. We know more but understand less. Chapter 4. The wisdom of the right hemisphere. The right hemisphere is where presence lives. It grasps meaning before words. It understands metaphor, music, humor, empathy, and the sacred. It's how we fall in love, create art, sense beauty, perceive the whole. It doesn't control, it relates. It doesn't argue, it feels. It doesn't measure, it sees. In a healthy mind, the right sets the tone. The left fills in details. The world is felt, then named. But in a left brain world, the reverse happens. We name everything before we let it touch us. Chapter 5. The emissary's rebellion. Here's McGilchrist's warning. The left brain isn't evil, but it doesn't know what it doesn't know. It doesn't even know it's a hemisphere. It believes it is the whole mind. So when it dominates culture, we get bureaucracy, surveillance, dehumanization, efficiency without ethics, information without wisdom. Think of modern life. Metrics in education, checklists in healthcare, algorithms for love. GDP as the measure of national success. We've outsourced depth to data. And we wonder why we feel disconnected. Chapter 6. Language, Logic, and Loss. The left hemisphere gave us language. But now, it tries to replace experience with explanation. We analyze a poem instead of feeling it. We diagnose grief instead of holding it. We label people instead of listening to them. McGilchrist calls this the left brain trap, mistaking the map for the territory. We end up in a world of words but starving for meaning. Chapter 7. Art, Music, and the Sacred. What the left reduces, the right restores. Art reconnects us to what can't be said. Music bypasses logic and goes straight to the soul. The sacred, whether religious or poetic, pulls us into awe. These are right brain experiences. And in cultures that suppress them, we see the cost. Depression. Nihilism. Loneliness. The death of wonder. We're not just overstimulated. We're undernourished for meaning, mystery, connection. Chapter 8. Toward integration. McGilchrist doesn't say left bad, right good. He says, balance has been lost. And it's time to restore it. The goal is integration, not domination. To let the right hemisphere lead and the left support. Let life be lived before it is explained. Let mystery exist before analysis arrives. Let people be felt before they are categorized. This is not a rejection of science, language, or logic. It is a recentering. A return to a fuller, richer, more human experience. You are not just a machine. You are not just a brain. You are a being meant to feel, connect, and perceive the world in its living wholeness. But if you live entirely in the left hemisphere where everything is labeled, reduced, quantified, you risk losing what makes life worth living. So take a breath and return to silence, not just speech. Presence, not just productivity. Wonder, not just explanation. If this video opened your perception, subscribe to Real Deep Understanding. Here, we don't just feed the mind. We reconnect the hemispheres of meaning. Like this video if it helped you feel something deeper. Comment below, what's one moment in your life that reminded you the world is more than just facts? Share this with someone who thinks they're too logical but might just be waiting to wake up. Let the emissary serve. Let the master return.